Hello boys and girls, it's Gary here and with an Abe's Odyssey gameplay. Oh man, now this game does bring me back. To some of you this game might be brand new, but believe it or not, this game is about 20 years old. No joke, really, it is about that age. I've fond memories of this game. I played this game when it first came out on the original PlayStation and I was about 12 or 13, so I'm really giving away my age there. And from what I remember, it was rock hard. Like it wasn't, it wasn't Diablo hard, but it was a hard puzzle game. And from playing it so far, it hasn't changed at all, really. I thought maybe just I was, blame my inexperience, my youth as a young gamer. I thought that's why I couldn't really finish it or play it. And I've only played this game for about maybe an hour, and I'm already stuck. I'm trying to get to level 2, and I am already stuck, believe it or not. But it hasn't changed at all. Like visually, I'm sure it's got a lot of polish on it, a lot of current gen, just fantastic visuals. But back then, 20 years ago, we had just made the jump from, say, cartridge, from the N64 or the Super Nintendo to the PlayStation, which used compact disc, which could hold a hell of a lot more information. So you had this kind of 3D, 2D effect. You had, this fantastic visuals and like fantastic cutscenes, like video or computer animated cutscenes. We never had that before. And so visually, to me, it hasn't really changed. But if I was to go back and look at some early footage of Abe's Odyssey, I'm sure it would show its age. But playing it on the PS4 now, it's just a gorgeous game, really is. It's available free on the network if you are part of the PlayStation Nation, and if you are a PlayStation Plus member, which I'm sure you are if you are playing online. It's free, so I would recommend go and download it. And there's another game I've downloaded as well, free this month. It's Valiant Hearts. It's made from Ubisoft, and I'm enjoying playing it. It's nearly like it's based on the First World War, and it's nearly like a comic book kind of visual, and it's all based on story, based on actual events in the World War, and it's really, really interesting. A lot of interesting true facts in it as well. I'm enjoying reading all that there. It's just a nice wee change from, say, Alien Isolation or Call of Duty. It's just something different, so it is. And it's hard to believe this game's 20 years old. Like my first console was, believe it or not, the Atari. I think it was the Atari 2600, where you had, what was the game? Centipede, and you had Space Invaders, and basically it was joystick. It was this wee joystick with one button on the top right hand corner of the controller, and then I moved on to the the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, where I used the original Marios, and then I went on to the Super Nintendo, where you had Star Fox, you had Super Mario World. I mean, that game was a classic, it still is. Donkey Kong Country, made by Rare, that really pushed the boundaries with the Super Nintendo. I mean, that game was groundbreaking game. Visually, that was a fantastic game, and I have played it, believe it or not, since. A friend of mine has the original Super Nintendo, and we did play it, and we easily played it through. It was such a great game. Still is a great game, great looking game. And then I went on to the N64, which you had your Lilat Wars, and you had your Super Mario 64, you had your Ocarina of Time, Zelda, and you had your Majora's Mask. I mean, these were fantastic games, classic games. I was a bit of a Nintendo fan back in the day, but then the old PlayStation Nation just took over, got the original PlayStation, and then onto the PlayStation 2, where you're into your GTAs then, and which really just took me away from Nintendo altogether. Really, I enjoyed the kind of adult themes of the PlayStation, the more grown-up gamers, I suppose, would have went to the PlayStation. And then now, I did have a 360. I must admit, I did have a wee go at it. I had a few games. I had the original Black Ops, believe it or not, on the Xbox 360. That was alright. Not my favourite Call of Duty, to be fair. and now into the PS4, which I think is just a fantastic piece of machinery. It's a great bit of tech. Like, I wouldn't be uploading these videos if it wasn't for the PlayStation. The SHAREfactory is a great tool, so it is, and I think it's just a really user-friendly machine, so it is. But back to Abe. Abe, if you're not aware, he's a slave in this big, huge meat factory, and the profits aren't going too well. So the big bosses, the big managers, they decide, well, why not we use Abe and his race of people? We use them for meat. So they start using them, chopping them up, and put them into like popsicles kind of thing. So it is. So it's Abe's job. He found out about this. So it's his job now to save everyone. Where you talk to them, there's a button to laugh, there's a button to say hello or to wait, and believe it or not, there is an actual button to fart. There is, and it still hasn't lost its comedy value. I still do it. 20 years ago I was doing it and laughing, and I still am. And you've also got, you can whistle as well in this game as well to kind of get the attention of the guards and whatnot. It's kind of the first sneak 'em up, way before you had Metal Gear Solid, who and the likes of Sam Fisher, all those games, they really did take the whole sneak 'em up to the next level. But this was kind of one of the first, and it's a really tough game. And like, as I said, I can't believe I'm only an hour in, getting to level 2, and I'm already stuck. And I don't want to use the old YouTube and go to the walkthroughs. I really want to do it myself. I couldn't do it 20 years ago, so I want to do it now. I want to do it my own now, so I'll see how I get on. But that's it. That's about Abe. I recommend you playing it. Great game. Hard game, but it's a very enjoyable game. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, slán go fáil.